all systems go. Clear for liftoff.
What is going on, SHIPIT Nation YouTube station? We're back with the Monday NHL Quick Hit for this 4-game slate here tonight. If you guys are new, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Helps us out a ton here. We're on the drive for 5 here. We're almost at 5,000 subscribers. Once we do, we're giving away an annual membership over here to the nation for a lucky YouTube subscriber. If you are not a member, head over to shipitnation.com. Use that promo code TRY20. Get you $20 off your first month. We got you covered with all major sports. And in the Discord, we got the ancillary sports like college football, college basketball, things like that covered by very, very knowledgeable members in there. So head over there, check us out, get you $20 off your first month's payment. Without further ado, let's jump right in, talk favorite stacks and value plays at each position, and then my favorite goalies on this 4-gamer here tonight. In terms of totals, we got 3 6.5 totals, 1 6 total. Actually, all of them are now up to a 6.5 total here. So interesting slate here. We'll start with my favorite stack of the night here, probably everyone's favorite stack of the night. It's going to be the Colorado Avalanche here against the Flames at home, late night hammer game. Nathan MacKinnon here. My favorite stud on the slate. He's done very good against Calgary. Last time he played Calgary this year, he had a goal and an assist, played 21 minutes, 4 shots on net, scored 28 DraftKings points. I think you can go right back to the well with him. Nathan MacKinnon. Cale Makar, his price is up there. I don't love him a ton, so I'm probably going to fade Cale Makar here tonight. Mikko Rantanen, 8,100 skate next to Nathan MacKinnon there. I think he's fine, but I prefer to drop down to Valeri Niskanen here at 6.3K as a stack partner with MacKinnon, and then jumping down to grab another correlation piece that's on that top power play, like a guy like Jonathan Drouin at 3.5K is kind of where I'm going. So I like the MacKinnon, Valeri Niskanen, Jonathan Drouin stack. Gets you a 3-man power play correlation, 2-man line 1 stack, and then one guy, Jonathan Drouin, who skates on line 2. So love the Avs here tonight. Avs are probably going to be the chalkiest team of the slate, but for a good reason here. They're implied to score almost 4 goals. Heaviest total on the slate at home here. Definitely a good spot for them. I do like that. Next spot I'm going to go here is the Dallas Stars. I like Dallas here at home. Dallas, the largest favorite, on the slate here. At home against Detroit here. I actually like both sides of this game. I prefer Detroit more in GPPs because they're going to be super low owned here. And Dallas has actually been pretty leaky on on home ice this season, giving up nearly 4 goals per game. But for the Stars here, Matt Duchene, second liner, second power play, 5.3K. He's got a nice price point. He's leading this team in shots per game over the last 5. So he's fine option there. I do like him. Mason Marchment's been great all season long. He's on that top line now. He's on that, second line. I was looking at Miro Heiskanen here. I'll talk about him in a second. But Mason Marchment against skate next to Matt Duchene, second line, second power play. I do like the second line quite a bit. Mason Marchment has been great, and he's 4.2K, leading this team on shots on goal per game over the last 5 at 2.5. He's going to play 15 to 17 minutes likely here, 4.2K. Do like him quite a bit. Really like this second line for Dallas. I think they go a little bit under-owned compared to this top line, but you can't go wrong with either of these top 2 lines, Wyatt Johnston, Joe Pavelski, Jason Robertson, or the second line in Matt Duchene, Mason Marchment, and Tyler Seguin here. Miro Heiskanen at 5K flat is a great price point, top line, top power play unit for him. That's too cheap for him. So overall, do like Dallas quite a bit. Jumping to the other side of that game, I do have interest as my GPP sleeper stack here in Detroit here. Patrick Kane coming off a goal there. He scored the lone goal when they got beat 5-1 by Ottawa there on home ice. Now they head into Dallas here. I think you can go right back to the well with Patty Kane, 5.7K. He played 20 minutes last game as well. Took 7 shots on net, 3 shots on net the first game. So he's averaging right around 4.5 shots on goal per game, 5 shots on goal per game since he's made his start here for Detroit. Like him, 5.7K, good price point, skating next to DeBrincat and Villano there. Mo Sider at 5.4K is a good price point. Alex DeBrincat has a ton of upside anytime he's on the ice, 7.5K. Lucas Raymond on that second line now. He swapped with Patty Kane. Don't like him a ton now on the second line, but he's still getting top power play time, so he's still fine at 5.1K, skating next to Confer and Fabry. Overall, I think Detroit, like I said, goes under owned in this spot. Confer, 4.4K, nice second line center as a value play there. And then Jake Wallman would be a fine D-man if Detroit, you expect Detroit to trail in this game, which obviously Vegas does expect. Jake Wallman's usually out there more for his offensive duties here. But I still prefer Moritz Sider at 5K flat. So I do like that. And then the last team I'm going to bring up on the slate here is going to be the Arizona Coyotes here. I like the Coyotes a little bit in this spot. Sabres have been pretty leaky. Sabres aren't very great at any means. I really like the second line here for Arizona. Matthias Makeli, Nick Bjugstad, and Lawson Krause. They're all cheap. I like the second liners more on the road. They're playing great hockey right now, and they check out. Nick Schmaltz also is 4.9K top line, top power play. He's got a nice price point. Clayton Keller's down to 6.4K. So overall, these Arizona Coyotes are very cheap. I think they have a pretty solid matchup here against Buffalo. So Arizona is going to round out my last stack that I'm going to mention here on this 4-gamer. Jumping into some value plays at each position. Let's start with the center position here. First value center I'm going to bring up is for those Coyotes top power play line, third liner here. It's Alex Kerfoot skating next to Carson and Dumba here. 3.4K, good price point for him. He's a fine value play. Another value option here who's playing great, coming off of back-to-back double-digit fantasy point games at Stone minimum. David Camp here. He's not going to play a ton of minutes, but Toronto is on the road against a fairly leaky Islanders team. Islanders give up the third most expected goals in the league on home ice over the last 10 games. So at 2.5K Stone minimum. He took 8 shots in his last 2 games, scored 16 and 19 DraftKings points, played 13 and 14 minutes. So anywhere from 13 to 14 minutes, if you could do that again, Stone minimum, it allows you to get up to a lot of spots in your roster. And then the last value center I'll bring up is Jamie Benn here at home, third liner, top power play unit. 4K flat for him is too cheap in this matchup against Detroit on home ice. So Jamie Benn, going to round out my value centers. Jumping into the value wings here. First value wing here, Anders Lee. I mean, this guy's price point is just criminal. He's averaging over 13 fantasy points per game over the last 5. Top liner, getting power play time as well, skating next to Horvat and Matthew Barzal. 3.7K. He's had incredible history against Toronto as well. Last season, he scored 3 goals in 3 games against these guys with a 32 DraftKings point game, 23-point DraftKings game. Anders Lee, 3.7K, just too cheap for him. Going back to Arizona, Matthias Makeli, talked about liking Arizona line 2 quite a bit here. Makeli averaging over 10 fantasy points per game at 3.8K. He's got a nice price point, get power play time as well. And then going back to Dallas or Detroit here, Michael Rasmussen, 3.4K, third liner, 15 to 17 minutes expected, skate next to Kopp and Sprong. He's taking about 2 shots on goal per game on average. He's playing decent as well. 3.4K. He's not the worst play. And then probably my favorite value wing is going to be Michael Carcone here for Arizona. 3.9K. He's averaging 10 DraftKings points per game over the last 5. 21, 12, 12, 10, 5, and 11 are his game logs over the last 6. And you can pair him up with Alex Kerfoot, get a nice little correlation there for 2 value guys at sub 4K. Jumping into the value D-man position on the slate. First value D-man I'm going to bring up is Thomas Harley here for Dallas. 3.9K. This guy's averaging 2.5 blocks per game and 2 shots on goal per game over the last 5, getting power play time, playing over 20 minutes. He's a good value play here on this slate. Another value guy I'm going to bring up is Josh Manson here for Colorado. Bring this guy every time. He's averaging almost 13 DraftKings points per game at 3.4K as a D-man, and he's playing close to 20 minutes. Josh Manson, 3.4K, probably my favorite value D-man on this slate. Another value D-man I'll bring up is Ben Chariot here for Detroit, 3.4K. playing, again, close to 20 minutes. He's going to pick up blocks. Hopefully he can get you that 3 block bonus to get you that DraftKings scoring bonus there. But Ben Chariot is another value demon on this slate. And then the last value demon I'm going to bring up on the slate is going to be Alexander Romanov here for the New York Islanders. This guy plays over 24 minutes. His ice time is there. He can limp his way to value. So Alexander Romanov is going to round out the value demon on this slate. First goalie that I'm going to mention is probably the chalk goalie of the night here. Great play. Definitely the cash goalies, cash staple. It's Alexander Georgiev here for Colorado. Second heaviest favorite on the slate, 8.2K on home ice here against Calgary. I don't see how Colorado loses this game. So Alexander Georgiev here is a fine option. A GPP sleeper option here is Ilya Sorokin at 7.4K. Toronto's tough, but Islanders are on home ice, 7.5K. It allows you to spend up elsewhere. So Sorokin would be probably my favorite punt goalie. Outside of my favorite goalie on the slate, Connor Ingram, 7.4K. That's just too cheap. I love Arizona here. I like Arizona to win the game. I think Arizona should be favored here. Connor Ingram, 7.4K, my favorite goalie of the night. Way too cheap there. That's going to do it for this 4-game NHL Quick Hit edition. Again, as always, appreciate you guys tuning in. If you guys have any questions, drop them in the Discord. If you are not a member, drop them in the comments section. And if you are not a member, head over to SHIPITNation.com. Use that promo code TRY20. Gets you $20 off your first month's payment. Includes the annual or the 6-month payment. Gets you a nice little discount there. But that's going to do it. Good luck tonight in your contest. Hope to see those Ship It Nation logos at the top. For myself, Nadesify. Let's ship it.